What's up, everyone? Today I have Jessica with us, who you've been in the program so far for around 7 weeks, right? So, can you start off by just telling us a bit about what your niche is and how long you've been in business for?
So I work with women with chronic stress, high achievers who want to find balance back in their lives. And I do that. I work with them with a combination of yoga and mindset coaching. I've been teaching yoga for the last 8 years or so and really focusing on stress for like the last 3 years. But I took my business online just over a year ago.
Mhm. Okay, nice. So, before you were working with us, what stage was your business at? So, how many clients did you have? Your price point? How long have you been trying to get clients? Things like that.
So before I found you guys, I had been in another program for 4 months. And I had one client. So over the 4 months and then the 2 months after, I signed one client at a price point of 4,400 UK. Um, and then I spent another 4 or 5 months trying to get more clients. I spent about 4 grand in advertising in pounds. So I made like 400 quid from that first client. Um, and yeah, I just got to the stage where I didn't really know what to do. So I stopped and focused on growing my private Facebook group until a solution appeared in the form of Hannah Chan.
Okay. So, what was the problem that you actually had within not being able to get clients?
So I was getting lots of people on the call. So I was running a webinar funnel, and I was getting people on the calls, but I wasn't able to close them. The one client that I did sign, I had 26 calls before then, before I signed her. And I was speaking to a lot of people that weren't qualified, so they weren't good leads. So it was a case of getting the right people on the calls and then actually knowing what to say when I spoke to people. I just didn't have confidence or kind of a good rundown of how to actually convey what I was doing.
Right, because you had been doing that for quite some time. So, I mean, what things did you try? Like, funnels, website, courses, things like that. And then in total at that point, how much have you actually spent on trying to grow the business?
So I spent 8,000. So it was probably about 13 grand
Mhm.
I spent on trying to grow my business over the space of about 8 months with little return. So it was pretty deflating. I didn't give up, but I was definitely looking for like something else to do because I got to the stage where I took on a warehouse job. Both my husband and I went and worked in a warehouse just so we had some cash flow coming because we were just eating into our savings. And a business that was supposed to be giving me more freedom was actually just making life quite stressful.
Okay. At the warehouse, how many hours a day were you working?
So we started work at 2 and we finished work at midnight, 5 days a week for
Okay.
about £900 a month. Yeah. So it was pretty intense and not a lot of reward, but it got me into a position where, there's cash flowing and I can invest in myself again. So
Yeah, because obviously when we spoke, the biggest thing for you was, is this going to work? And is this going to put me even more in the red financially? So, um, what did your husband think about you investing again? Was he supportive, or what do you have to say about that?
so when after I spoke to you the first time, I went and spoke to him and explained the price. And, we both knew it was going to be a big investment, but ultimately I put so much work into this business and I was ready to take a leap of faith because something had to change and we could stay in the same situation. I could stay trying to figure it out, learning, working in a warehouse 5 days a week, sitting on YouTube, trying to teach myself everything that I needed, or I could just learn from somebody that could actually take away all that stress and I could follow someone and have someone to ask questions to. And he was actually the one that said, like, you're going to burn yourself out if you try and figure it out yourself. So
Mm.
invest. We believe in like what I'm doing and my ability. I just needed some guidance. So yeah, it was pretty good. It's quite I have a very empowering husband. So
Yeah, yeah, that's so good as well, because sometimes not everyone's partners can always be in agreement when it comes to doing something that might be a bit risky. And for you, obviously, it paid off as well. So, what were the kind of results that you got in what time frame?
So in the first month of working following the system that you guys showed me, I made 5.5 grand. So I signed 4 clients in 4 weeks, no, 6 weeks, 4 clients in 6 weeks. And yeah, 5,500 came back, all from organic. So no costs for advertising, which was the biggest thing to get started.
No ads, no webinar. That's £5,500.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. Nice. What is the next goal for you then?
10K months. So I feel like I have so much more confidence in what I'm doing, and all of those worries, about how to get the right people on the calls, how to speak to people, and even in what I'm doing from working with you guys and your team has just given me so much confidence that I'm ready for 10K months. I quit the warehouse. He's ready to quit in the next couple of weeks. So yeah, it's all changing. I'm ready.
I love that. We're super pumped for you as well, because obviously you put in the work and actually did every single thing that we told you to do. So what advice would you have for people who were in a similar position as you? Maybe they invest in the past, maybe they're in a job that they don't necessarily like just to get some money in. What advice do you have for them?
Believe in yourself and trust the process. It's terrifying. It is always going to be terrifying. But for me, I had to just trust that I trust in you, Hannah. I trust in myself. And the money will come and go, but the investment and how you feel about what you're doing, that's what really matters. So push out of your comfort zone and just trust the process, because if you do it, if you really believe in yourself and if you back yourself and if you believe in what you're doing, you'll make it happen. Because I have, and it was terrifying. But it paid off. So
I love that. Love it. So finally, where can people check you out?
So my Instagram is at Jessica Galvin Yoga. I have a free Facebook group, Yoga for Stress and Burnout for High Achieving Women. And yeah, I'm on Facebook, Jessica Galvin. So come check me out.
Yes, guys, make sure you check her out. Thank you for joining us today.
No worries. Thanks, Hannah.